To my Libras, you have the Three of Pentacles, Two of Swords, Lovers, Justice, which is Libra, Six of Swords, Two of Wands, Four of Cups, Nine of Wands, the Nine of Pentacles, and the Page of Pentacles. So what I'm seeing here is a lot of you Libras, some of you Libras may be a little bit hesitant to get back out there and date. The Three of Pentacles, Three of Pentacles, Two of Swords, Lovers. You were a little bit hesitant to get back out there and date. Some of you Libras potentially was getting to know somebody and it didn't work out. You know, it is what it is, right? You know, not everything is going to work out as we planned, you know. And still, it's okay. So, and the reason why is because the Justice and the Six of Swords, someone else came through, someone else came in and trying to give them a try, right? A lot of you Libras understand that, you know, this is not the end for a lot of you, right? So you're still going to try to see whom it is that you can get to know, right? Like I said before, you know, I don't have a problem with Libra whatsoever. You know what I mean? I don't like to give any of the zodiac signs these types of readings. I'm not saying that this reading is terrible, but I'm saying that I don't like to give anybody a terrible reading per se. But at the same time, you know, I'm glad that a lot of y'all are not taking any of the things that I'm saying personally, because, you know, there was a time in where, you know, a lot of you did. But the Justice and the Six of Swords represent, but someone else came through, and a lot of you Libras, you know, kind of got the message that, you know, just because things don't necessarily work out with one person does not mean that you should stop. The Two of Wands and the Four of Cups represents it didn't work. Like I said, it didn't work out for y'all, and that's okay. You know, this could even be referring to the past relationship that you were in, that I should say you were trying to get to know somebody, right? And it didn't work out. The Four of Cups, you were trying, okay? You were trying and the person didn't want it. The Nine of Wands, the person was suspicious. You know, the person may have been suspicious, wary, you know, dealt with a lot. And when you were trying to get to know them, you Libras essentially struck a nerve with them. And the Nine of Wands, it caused them to unfortunately reject you because of that situation. Because a lot of you Libras may be thinking that, you know, they have something that they have to do with their own selves that they've got to figure out with, you know, like I said, within themselves. And that if they don't, then, you know, good for them. But if they do, great for them, because it means that they can essentially move forward with their lives. And you never know, maybe the two of you may end up linking up again. But at the same time, if they don't, then, you know, you still want them to be safe. Like I said before, air signs don't really, I mean, when their air signs' heart is in the correct place, air signs are elements that don't really wish too much bad on other people. I be noticing that, like, for real though, I be noticing that Geminis, Libras, Aquarius don't, if it depends on if y'all are ethical, because if y'all are not ethical, if y'all don't have any kind of honor, the air sign's mind, that's the catch-22. The air sign's mind can kind of, see, here's the thing. When an air sign is not honorable, right, an air sign's mind can convince them that anything goes. And technically, in one way, they're right. Anything can happen. But at the same time, just because you can do something does not necessarily mean that that will work out the best for you in your favor. So a lot of times the air sign, y'all minds are very complex in the sense that y'all understand, y'all already get the principle that the world is not based upon morality. Y'all understand that already. Y'all learn that at a very young age. That's one of the gifts of being an air sign. I'm not an air sign myself, but that's one of the gifts that a lot of air signs, just in general, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, understand. And you Libras understand that as well. You understand that the universe, right? Justice, the universe is not based upon. I told you that Libra has a role to play, an important role to play. They all do, okay? Just in their own unique way. But Libra represents morality for some, for the people who need it. But it also represents amorality or no morality for others. But the people who are moral, they need a strict set of codes in order to handle their business, because those are people who will easily mess around and branch off and kind of be a little bit too extreme, as opposed to the people who are amoral. There is a power with that, because they're not necessarily held down like y'all are. I'm not saying y'all, I'm saying that y'all air signs are amoral and the water signs are amoral. They're not necessarily held down the way that a person that with morality is, with peer pressure and what certain people think about them, and just superstition and stuff like this. But at the same time, there is a sense of there needs to be a higher sense of responsibility, because you not being moral and stuff like this, you really will do something if you're not taking care and handling your own self and understanding the consequences of it. You can see what you can do in a situation, and it can sometimes hurt other people. So I'm not saying that you Libras are going to do that, but I'm saying that a lot of you Libras are understanding that principle that I'm talking about, that even though people don't necessarily work well with you in a relationship, it does not mean that you still have to wish them harm, even though the two of you are not in a relationship. And that level of self-respect, and as well as a healthy respect for another person's life and another person's livelihood, and just overall genuine, abundant respect, is what makes you very much so more attractive, right? To people who are decent and who get it, oh yeah, you're going to be very attractive. Only to the people who are amoral and indecent, that's the catch-22. That's total corruption. But only people who don't have any kind of decency and are amoral at the same time, or the people who will think that you are a bunch of suckers. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not saying that about y'all, but the Nine of Pentacles and the Page of Pentacles represents. So what's the future? What's coming up? What's coming up is the Nine of Pentacles and the Page of Pentacles. You Libras will move forward. You will continue to bring your Libra airy goodness and your fashion, your unique fashion sense, to other people, and see if you and these people in general, right, sequentially, are fit for each other. And if you're not, then you Libras will decide to move forward. If you are, then you Libras will decide to stay with the person. Try to see what you and this person can create together, right? So don't give up. I'm serious. Don't give up. Because when it comes to dating, I went outside with my dog last night, and like so many people were looking at me. I was halfway looking at them. I was just paying attention enough to just be mindful of my surroundings. But I was in the elevator with somebody, and it was almost like staring at me. You know what I mean? And I'm just like looking at my dog, and me and my dog are having fun, just talking. You know what I mean? Talking to my dog sniffing around the elevator and stuff. And, just I held the elevator door open, stuff like this. The person in there was like, thank you. We had a little conversation. I just basically went out, just opened up the building door and said bye or whatnot. Tried to hold the door. stuff like this. And it was this sense of, well, aren't you going to talk to me? Aren't you going to notice me? Aren't you going to, and the situation for me is that, the situation for me is that, yes, I'm being respectful to them, but at the same time, it doesn't mean that I have to disrespect them. It doesn't mean that I have to treat them like trash, right? Just as I finished saying, I still have a certain level of respect for them, but at the same time, I'm handling my business, and I'm doing what I need to do, and I'm not really preoccupied with if people want me to talk to them or not, because the way that I look at it is, what's the point? To watch me, watch you, watch me? You know what I'm saying? I'm going to try to come up to you, say something. You're going to have an issue some way. You're going to find some stupid reason to not want to even hang out, give it a try whatsoever. And then when I go, all right, fine, whatever, and I'm like, oh, okay. Then you're going to be, I wish I could be. So why don't you just do that? Nah, I gotta give you the problems. I gotta give you issues. That's how we end up being together. It's like, no, you don't. So long story short, I just basically went on about my business. I don't have to talk trash. I don't have to be angry. I don't even have to be upset. I can just go on about my business. And it went on like that essentially for any of the close quarters that I had over the past couple of weeks. I've just been noticing a lot of people that I would normally be physically attracted to, just looking at me like, trying to see what it is that I've got going on. I'm like barely I'm noticing them enough to know that somebody's there and to be aware of what's going on. But I'm not noticing them so much to be like, oh, should I go over there and talk to them? Like, I'm not trying to. Anyway, so let's clarify the Nine of Pentacles, right? So the Nine of Pentacles and the Page of Pentacles are for the future, right? So let's talk about that. The Two of Cups, Page of Wands, the Strength, and the King of Cups. So these two cards, right? The Two of Cups and the Page of Wands are about, again, you're ready to march on. You're ready to continue on with your life. Your life doesn't stop here. So you're not going to stop trying, right? And a lot of you are you're excited to get back out there and try to get to know other people. Can't help it. Y'all are Libras, right? Y'all can't help it. The Strength in the King of Cups now represents, this is something where a lot of you Libras, you will, I said before, you will end up meeting a certain level of difficulty, but that's just how it is. Take the good with the bad. There's going to be some people out here who are egotistical, disrespectful, trashy. They're going to give you an issue. They're going to give you a hard time. The King of Cups, this is about how a lot of you Libras will just, you'll be able to manage you'll do your air thing. You'll be able to manage your emotions, look at it and be like, okay, and have that thicker skin and don't trip out about it and get so bent out of shape and upset about it. Which is one of the reasons why I love you Libras in the first place, and just air signs in general, right? Because the air signs is on that journey to get under control that emotion, right? And which is great to understand. I should say one of the downsides to being an air sign is kind of their relationship that they have with water, where it's kind of controlling themselves without, or trying to give no sign to other people that they're feeling a certain kind of way without aspiring to also understand what transpired, right? If you Libras can do those two things, right? Be as the justice, be as Libra, right? Be as the justice, which is to not just understand your own feelings, what you have internally, and understand what went on, but also understand as far as internally with you, but also understand externally what event transpired. Oh, and what to do about it. Oh my gosh. Y'all will be a force to be reckoned with, because now y'all can really start like paying attention to what's going on and understanding it and reading it better, so that a lot of you Libras will look at it and you won't even have to manage your, I ain't gonna say have to, because you still do, but it will be less of an issue for you to have to manage whatever it is that you feel, because you'll know what a person was saying, what was going on, how this person is. It's how it is that I handle interacting with people just in general, right? Let's clarify the Page of Pentacles. I don't get so caught up and bent out of shape. Why? Because I understand myself enough, and I understand how to get over the trauma, and I also understand, my dear Libras, that what the situation calls for most of the times. So for me, I'm over 51% of the times, or potentially even higher. I can't even give it an accurate percentage. It is what it is. Most oftentimes than not, I'm able to read into what just happened, what transpired, very well, enough to understand the situation. Like, okay, but see, this is why it is that I get so upset, my dear Libras, about playing games. It's because playing games skew your own perception and the ability to do something with what just happened. It skews it, it twists it. It makes what happened unclear. So now it's you somewhere, normally you would know how to fix it, what to do. Now you just have you just have your hands up like this, like, oh, I don't know what to do, so I'm gonna just stay put for the particular situation, even though you should more than likely get out. You understand? You only start to realize it a lot of times until it's too late, when somebody starts scapegoating you or whatever. And this is why I'm not a big fan of playing games at all. You need to be straightforward and direct, because if you're not, I'm out. And there's no exception to that, because let's clarify the Page of Pentacles. Why do you keep trying to skew my ability to grasp the situation and fix it? What's up with that? So to clarify the Page of Pentacles, you have the Sun, you have the Hierophant, you have the Ace of Wands, and you have the Hermit. So this is about how a lot of you Libras are gonna, like I said, you're gonna continue to move forward. No anger. Move forward, fresh new beginning, but also you'll be better off because you will have a better understanding of, like I said, how to control your own emotions, how to control your feelings, and a better understanding. Now that I said that, some of you, I'm sure, will go work on it, how to understand the situation so you can have a better understanding of what's going on between you and someone else. The Ace of Wands and the Hermit now represents, and because of this, you'll become a better Athena, because Libra represented is Athena, as to where Aries is represented by Aries. So people who are playing games, who dare to approach you and try to play those types of games as you're getting to know them, oh yeah, they're gonna have a much difficult time. And overall, the interactions that you have with others will be much smoother because of it. But that's pretty much it. Comment on the video, like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, share the video. I'm trying to make my YouTube channel grow to 10,000 subscribers by the end of June. As of right now, we have 6,400 subscribers. Smash the subscribe button, smash the like button, hit the notification bell, set that notification bell to all so you can be notified whenever I drop my videos.